Cities Skylines 2 has a release date, it has a gameplay trailer, it was all revealed during the Xbox showcase, which was totally not an E3 thing because E3 is dead. Let's take a look at it. Now, if you want to watch this thing without me talking over it, it will be linked in the video description below. I have seen 30 seconds of this because I stopped watching the second it came up during the Xbox showcase, but it looks beautiful. I'm so excited for this. I'm also pretty sure $2.20 is the one that built the city in this trailer, which is really freaking cool. Every road, every home, every something else, every skyscraper, every roundabout. I'm so keen for this. It looks like visually, if this is all like in-game, not pre-rendered, it looks really good. Like the lighting is kind of beautiful. The city looks really cool. This is also like the type of shot that I used to do in Emerald County, going back a good few years on that one. Like when you do the shot panning over, use cinematic camera to like, oh, there's some actual gameplay. I love that grid option. I'm gonna build so many batteries, man. I'm gonna build so many batteries, I'll tell you right now. It just looks crisp. You know, like when you find a loot for City Skylines 1, and it's like, oh my God, this is clean. That's what this is like. It's just clean. It doesn't have that yellow glow that Cities 1 has. I love Cities 1, but this, I'm seeing some things here, man. We're seeing like what looks like modular power stations for one. That's kind of neat. We got what looks like forestry industry here. We've got like a big soccer field right in the middle of frame as well. I also love this tagline, "You make cities." That is so good. That is so good. And the fact that it was like every road, every skyscraper, every roundabout is nothing without you. It's so, I love it. I love the way they're marketing this as like, this is all nothing without you. It's so good. It's so good. I know I just talked over the entire trailer, but to be fair, this one didn't have voiceover. So what can we say about it, man? All footage captured in-game is a really good sign. I love, again, how crisp this is. And I know, I'm going to pause as I go along here. I've seen a few people point this out. In the bottom right of the screen, there's like a couple of cars that are facing the wrong way. And I don't know if that's a bug or if that might be something. I just love that that's a thing in this. I love it's in the first shot. If it's not intentional, then I'm so sorry. Paradox, Colossal Order. I'm not making fun of it. It's endearing to me. This could be the smoothest, most functional, most perfect city builder that has ever existed. The jank will always be endearing to me. I'm always going to play. If this is the smoothest city builder that's ever existed, I'm going to be playing this and I'm going to be like, man, a little bit of me misses that jank. I also like this. I mean, what can we see here? We've got like, so we have keys along here by the looks of it, right? So those are a thing. I'm pretty sure they didn't come to City Skylines 1 until like somewhere kind of down the line. I don't remember what DLC it was, but we have some keys. It also kind of looks like, I don't think these buildings are like at an angle. They're not at the same angle as the road. Does that make sense? Like it looks like the road's kind of doing like a little curvy curve and the buildings are sort of at an angle. I don't know, this one as well. I might be seeing something there that's not there, but it looks neat regardless. I'm just saying. Looks kind of neat. We got some level crossings. We got some trams. That's a roundabout. That first one is the type of roundabout you build right now in City Skylines, right? Decent size. This is tiny. Look how like sharp I'm pointing at my screen. I mean, you can see that I'm pointing at the screen, but I'm like, you can't see my hand. Look how sharp this angle is. That's a sharp angle, man. You couldn't do that in City Skylines 1. I'll tell you that right now for free. This right here, this was tweeted to me so many times because immediately, and I'm talking within minutes of this trailer releasing, people tweeted this to me and they're like, yo, you can build a battery so quickly now. And you know what? You're goddamn right. I said this on Twitter. I will say it here as well. I have had nothing to do with this feature in Cities Skylines 2. I've talked before about how I have played the game before and I've known about the game for a while. I had to lie about that for a couple of years. I didn't know about this. But regardless, I take full credit for it because this is just the battery builder is what this is. This is just the battery builder. And on top of that, if we just hold on this frame for a second, there's so many details. You can see the road length, 336 meters, 320 meters, gonna be $4,608. It's got a 90-degree angle. It's got the degree of the slope as well. There's just a lot of really cool detail that you can see in this particular shot, which I love. You've also got the tool options down here as well. So you've got like straight roads, curved roads. You've got I like two versions of like the freeform one. You've got the grid one. You've got your elevation, your snapping options as well. You've got all your different types of roads, of which there are many. Like there's a lot going on with the road options here. Also want to point out that it looks like there's two things I want to point out here. First off, these little roundabouts on all these little streets are so cool. Second off is that the depth of the zoning looks to be 6 units this time rather than 4 as it was in Cities Skylines 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles back, which is really cool. So we can potentially get bigger zonable spaces, which I think will be nice. I think that'll be cool. Give us a bit more variety from, you know, anywhere from 1 by 1 to 6 by 6 maybe on the buildings. But there is another thing here that might go a little bit unnoticed, and this is something that I'm noticing mostly because I recently got done playing SimCity 2013. It's the fact that this road is being dragged out and is automatically intersecting this road right here. That is something that Cities Skylines 1 does not do. SimCity 2013 does do that, and I know people were talking about them SimCity comparisons when they first saw that first trailer for Cities Skylines 2. I know I was talking about it. I didn't say it in a bad way. I don't know if anyone was saying it in a bad way, but this is a good feature. I don't want to hear anyone being like, oh my God, it's going to be SimCity again. This is a good quality of life feature. This is such a good feature. Just being able to go through roads and intersect them automatically. It's going to save fractions of seconds individually. But given that there are some of us that have thousands upon thousands of hours in Cities Skylines, this is just going to make things that tiny little bit more efficient. And it's these efficiencies that I live for, man. I love this kind of thing. It's so good. And then we come to this shot here of just like a bustling city. And again, I want to talk about like the color grading and just the style of this. It just looks a little more realistic when compared to the first Cities Skylines. Now, the first Cities Skylines was 2015. We're going over 8 years ago. It will be almost 9 years since Cities Skylines 1 by the time this comes out. It'll be what, October 24th, so November, December, January, February, March. It'll be what, 5 months? So, you know, you're talking 8.5 years since the first one for this one to come out. I also want to draw attention to this intersection that's going on down here. It's like there's a lot going on with that intersection, and I don't know if those are all lanes. I don't know if there's like tram tracks going through there. It's pretty zoomed out. I don't know if we're going to get to see that intersection up close, but it's pretty good looking. I also it just looks clean. It really does. Parallel road tool for one. That's kind of neat. That's kind of a big deal. Let me just, like, in case you missed it, if you blinked, you make it happen straight into parallel bridges. Another quality of life feature that's just huge. I do want to talk about that university though. I want to see what this says. A massive complex that offers education for academically oriented citizens. Provides the 4th level of education, can be upgraded with an existing wing, a library, and a park. So university upgrades are a thing. That's another SimCity type thing, upgrading your universities. It doesn't necessarily look like the way they do Cities Skylines campus. Is that the name of the DLC? The campuses in Cities Skylines. It doesn't look or sound like the same thing, but I don't mind that. I'm not really, it's another very SimCity type deal. It's still pretty cool that you can upgrade this kind of thing. It's also interesting, the 4th level of education. So I guess, I mean, in Cities Skylines, you've got elementary, high school, and university. So the 4th level, maybe they're doing like preschool, or maybe in this they're considering like community colleges to be a level of education. I don't know. The 4th level of education is interesting. I wonder what that means. Select vehicle model, tram. So I guess selecting vehicle models is going to be a thing. You get your public transport line. This is neat. It shows you how long the line is. It's 2.4 kilometers, 5 stops, 0 passengers, 0% usage. You can set the ticket price. I like that. I like that you can set the price per line. You can set the schedule to be day, night, or day and night. I think that's a thing in Cities Skylines 1. I think. I really don't remember. Oh, now we got the power plant. So that's a coal power plant? That don't look like a coal power plant. I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't look like a coal power plant you get in the UK, at least not in Ireland. Anyway, I want to read this. A power plant that burns coal. All right. I don't know what I expected. To produce electricity. Fairly inexpensive to build and maintain, but generates lots of pollution. Can be upgraded with an additional turbine, enlarged coal storage, exhaust filter, and an advanced furnace. Interesting. It's also 134% efficient, which means this one's probably already been upgraded. You've got electricity production here, usage 1%, storage of coal, so it needs coal deliveries. Do coal power plants in Cities Skylines need deliveries? I don't remember. I know they do in SimCity, but I don't remember if they do in Cities Skylines. And I know that there's going to be some of you that are getting really annoyed that I keep drawing comparisons to SimCity, but these are good comparisons. These are things that will require more management. And if I had to criticize Cities Skylines for one thing, it would be the fact that it very quickly becomes a city painter rather than a city builder. The management side of Cities Skylines, whilst it's fun, it's very easy to beat very quickly. So having to maintain storage of coal, having to import that or produce that, having to make sure that your traffic is flowing well enough so that the deliveries can get to your power plants, that's kind of cool. That's giving you more of a challenge when it comes to the simulation, when it comes to the management aspect of the game. That's a good thing, in my opinion. And then skipping forward a bit, we do have some specializations. If we just cut back for a second there, we have the forestry specialization. We can see some of the natural resources here as well. We have oil, we have ore, we have wood, we have fertile land. We have specialized industry hubs, industry areas are a thing as well. And then looking at the icons, I mean, I'm assuming livestock. So this is, I'm assuming, going to let you use fertile land and break it down beyond just farming industry. So livestock will be like for meat and eggs and milk and stuff like that. I'm assuming this one is like grains for further production. I'm assuming this one is, I don't want to say it's just carrots. It might just be carrots. This one might just be like whatever that is. Wood, stone, coal, gems or diamonds or something like that. And I've got no idea what this one would be. It's kind of cool that you've got these options for what I would assume is more advanced industry. And I mean, if we go ahead, you can see forestry, you can see the trucks, you can see it's delivering stuff. And to cap it all off, weather. That was some snow is what that was. I feel like I've just ran a marathon. I'm trying to like take all this in. It also says October 24th, and I was sitting earlier in this video like, oh, what date does it come out? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Look, I don't think I need to explain that I'm excited for this. I don't think I need to tell you that I'm excited for this because I'm really excited for this. I think it's going to be amazing. Obviously, this isn't necessarily a super in-depth look at this trailer. I know I'm a bit late to looking at this trailer compared to everybody else, but let me know what you think. Let me know what you saw that I missed. Let me know if you agree or disagree with what I think about this game. Taking little notes from SimCity. I think it's a good thing. I think it's lifting the good. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be covering more Cities Skylines 2 stuff as it comes out. So if you are new around here, do consider subscribing. I would appreciate it very much. I don't do a lot of face cammy stuff, but for something like this, it just feels appropriate. Even if my hair is kind of like going everywhere again as it does. I need to get a haircut, man. I got my haircut like 6 weeks ago and it's already like at the length where I can't do anything with it. I also need to not backlight it because you can see all my like split ends and dead ends. Anyway, Cities Skylines 2 is coming October 24th, 2023. It's weird to say that out loud. It's weird that it has a date. It's weird that I can talk about this, but I'm so happy and I'm so keen to hear what you think about it as well. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. It has been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. I just punched the... I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.